Rapunzel is a young woman who has spent her entire life in a tower, locked away by a wicked witch. She has never known the outside world and has only ever seen the sky through the small window at the top of the tower. Despite her confinement, Rapunzel has always been determined to take care of herself, both physically and emotionally. Rapunzel's physical self-care routine includes regular exercise and maintaining a healthy diet. She has fashioned makeshift equipment from the limited materials available to her, such as using a broom as a makeshift barbell and using her hair as resistance bands. She also spends time each day practicing yoga and meditation to keep her body and mind in balance. Rapunzel's emotional self-care routine includes reading books and journaling. She has a collection of books that were left behind by the witch, which she has read countless times. She writes in her journal daily to express her thoughts and feelings. She also finds solace in singing. It helps her to cope with the isolation. Despite her confinement, Rapunzel has always been resourceful and has found ways to take care of herself. Her determination to maintain her well-being has been a source of strength for her, helping her to endure her difficult situation and giving her hope for a better future. One day, a prince was wandering through the forest when he stumbled upon Rapunzel's tower. He was immediately drawn to the beautiful singing he heard coming from within the tower. He followed the sound and came to the base of the tower, where he saw Rapunzel's long, golden hair cascading down the side. He was enchanted by her beauty and decided to climb up to her room using her hair as a rope. When Rapunzel saw the prince at her window, she was shocked and scared. But as they began to talk and get to know each other, she found herself falling in love with him. He was kind, thoughtful, and understanding, and he listened to the stories of her life locked in the tower. The prince too was smitten by Rapunzel. He was immediately taken by her beauty, but as he got to know her, he fell in love with her kind heart, her strength, and her determination. Rapunzel began to dream of a life outside the tower, where she could be free and live a life of her choosing. She began to imagine a future where she and the prince could be together, traveling the world and experiencing all the joys and wonders that life had to offer. She began to plan for a life outside the tower with the prince. They both knew they had to find a way to escape the witch's grasp. Rapunzel's love for the prince gave her a renewed sense of hope and purpose. She had always taken care of herself physically and emotionally, but now she had something to strive for, a goal to work towards. She knew that with the prince by her side, she could accomplish anything. As Rapunzel and the prince began to plan their escape from the tower, the witch became suspicious of their growing relationship. She knew that Rapunzel was becoming more independent and she was afraid that she would lose control over her. To keep Rapunzel under her thumb, the witch began to sabotage her self-care routine. The witch knew that Rapunzel's books were a source of comfort and inspiration for her, so she took them away. She also took away her exercise equipment, knowing that it was essential for Rapunzel's physical well-being. The witch even went as far as to remove all the mirrors from the tower, so that Rapunzel couldn't see her reflection and maintain her appearance. These actions had a profound effect on Rapunzel's state of mind. It made her feel isolated and helpless. She was used to taking care of herself, but without her books and her exercise equipment, she felt lost. She missed seeing her reflection. It made her feel disconnected from herself. Rapunzel realized that the witch's actions were a form of emotional abuse, and it made her more determined than ever to escape from the tower. She knew that to be truly free, she needed to regain control over her own life, and that included her self-care routine. She and the prince worked together to come up with new ways to take care of themselves, and to make a plan for their escape. Rapunzel's determination to take care of herself and regain control over her life was a powerful force that helped her and the prince overcome the witch's sabotage and eventually escape from the tower. It was a reminder that self-care is essential for our physical and emotional well-being, and that it is something that we must always fight to protect. Despite the witch's efforts to sabotage her self-care routine, Rapunzel remained determined to take care of herself and maintain her independence. She knew that it was essential for her physical and emotional well-being, and she wasn't going to let the witch take that away from her. Rapunzel began to find ways to exercise and read in secret. She would sneak out of the tower at night and find a quiet spot in the forest to do her yoga and meditation. She would also sneak out to find books to read. She would trade her hair braids for books from the local village. She knew that it was a risk, but she was willing to take it, for the sake of her mental and physical well-being. Rapunzel also began to teach herself how to braid her hair. She had always relied on the witch to braid her hair, but now that the witch had cut it off, she knew she needed to learn how to do it herself. She practiced every day, and eventually, she became quite skilled at braiding her hair. This small accomplishment gave her a sense of pride. It made her feel more in control of her life and her appearance. Rapunzel's determination and resourcefulness were a source of inspiration for the prince, and he admired her for her resilience and self-sufficiency. Together, they continued to plan their escape, and Rapunzel knew that with her newfound skills and independence, she would be able to take care of herself, no matter what the future held. Rapunzel's determination to take care of herself and maintain her independence was a powerful reminder that self-care is not a luxury but a necessity, and that we must always fight to protect it, even in the face of adversity. The witch eventually discovered Rapunzel's secret activities, and she was furious. She knew that Rapunzel was becoming more independent and that her plan to escape was getting closer to fruition. The witch was determined to stop Rapunzel from leaving the tower and to keep her under her control. She decided to take drastic measures to keep her in the tower. One night, while Rapunzel was asleep, the witch snuck into her room and cut off all of her long, golden hair. Rapunzel woke up to find herself stranded and alone, with no way to escape the tower. She was devastated. Her hair was her lifeline to the prince and her only way out of the tower. The witch then locked Rapunzel in the tower and told her that she would never be able to leave. She told her that her hair would never grow back and that she was trapped in the tower forever. Rapunzel was left stranded and alone, with no way to escape, no way to take care of herself, and no hope for the future. The prince, who had been waiting for Rapunzel's signal to come and rescue her, was heartbroken when he heard about Rapunzel's hair being cut off. He knew that without her hair, they couldn't escape and he couldn't reach her. He felt guilty for not being able to protect her, and he felt helpless. Rapunzel's hair being cut off was a cruel and drastic measure taken by the witch. It was a cruel act intended to crush her spirit and control her. It was a reminder of the lengths that some people will go to exert power over others, and the devastating effects that it can have on the victim. But despite the witch's cruel actions, Rapunzel's spirit remained unbroken. She refused to let the witch's actions define her or control her. She knew that she had to find a way out of the tower, and she was determined to make it happen. Rapunzel remembered the braiding skills she had taught herself, and she realized that she could use her short hair to make a rope. She began to braid her hair together, using all the techniques she had learned, and soon she had a sturdy rope that she could use to escape the tower. Rapunzel knew that her escape would not be easy. The tower was tall and she had no means to climb down. But she was determined to succeed. She tied the rope to the window, and with the help of the prince, who had found a way to reach her, she managed to climb down the tower. Her escape was not without danger. The witch was on the lookout for her, but with the prince's help, they managed to evade her and make it out of the tower. Rapunzel's ability to use her newfound braiding skills to escape the tower was a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can always find ways to take control of our lives and overcome obstacles. Her determination and resourcefulness served as an inspiration to the prince and to anyone who heard her story. It was a reminder that with courage and determination, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Once free, Rapunzel was faced with the challenge of building a new life for herself. She had spent her entire life in the tower and had never experienced the outside world. She was determined to make the most of her newfound freedom and to make up for the lost time. Rapunzel was eager to learn new skills and explore the world. She and the prince traveled to different places and she learned how to cook, how to ride a horse, how to garden, and many more. She also began to take an interest in fashion and started to experiment with different styles and colors. Rapunzel's newfound freedom also allowed her to reconnect with her emotions. She was able to express herself freely and process the trauma she had experienced while in the tower. She sought counseling and was finally able to make peace with her past. She also dedicated herself to helping others who have been through similar experiences. She opened a self-care center where she helped others take care of themselves, both physically and emotionally. She shared her story and her self-care routine, and she helped many people find their way to healing. Rapunzel's determination to make the most of her newfound freedom and learn new skills and explore the world was an inspiration to many. She showed that it's never too late to start anew and that with courage, determination, and self-care, we can overcome any obstacle and create a life that we love. As Rapunzel traveled and explored the world, she discovered the true importance of self-care. She realized that her self-care routine, which she had developed while in the tower, had been instrumental in helping her to survive her confinement and to escape. She also realized that many people struggle to take care of themselves, both physically and emotionally, and she wanted to help. Rapunzel began to teach others about the benefits of self-care. She shared her story and her self-care routine with others, and she encouraged them to develop their self-care routines. She also taught them about the importance of exercise, healthy eating, and self-reflection. Rapunzel opened a self-care center where she helped people take better care of themselves, both physically and emotionally. She provided workshops and classes on self-care and wellness, and she offered counseling and support to those who needed it. She also provided a safe space where people could come and talk about their experiences, share their struggles, and find support and understanding. As the self-care center grew, Rapunzel was able to hire other people who shared her passion for self-care, and together they helped many people to improve their physical and emotional well-being. Her center became a place where people could come and find the support and resources they needed to take care of themselves. Rapunzel's discovery of the importance of self-care and her dedication to teaching others about its benefits was an inspiration to many. Her self-care center became a beacon of hope for people who were struggling to take care of themselves, and it served as a reminder that self-care is essential for our well-being, and that we all need support and resources to take care of ourselves. Rapunzel's story of survival, determination, and self-care became an inspiration to many. Her ability to take care of herself, both physically and emotionally, while confined in the tower, and her determination to escape, touched the hearts of many people who heard her story. Her message of self-care and the importance of taking care of oneself resonated with many who were struggling with similar issues. Rapunzel's self-care center grew into a movement. People from all over the world came to learn from Rapunzel and take care of themselves in new and meaningful ways. Her center became a sanctuary for people who were looking for support, guidance, and resources to help them improve their well-being. Rapunzel's message of self-care and determination also spread through her workshops and books. People who were unable to visit her center still had access to her teachings. Her message of self-care and determination encouraged people to break free from the negative patterns that were holding them back and to take control of their lives. Rapunzel's story and her self-care center became a symbol of hope for many people who were struggling to take care of themselves. It was a reminder that self-care is essential for our well-being, and that it is possible to overcome adversity and build a better life for ourselves. It served as a reminder that with determination and self-care, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Rapunzel's journey serves as a powerful reminder that, no matter what obstacles we may face, we always have the power to take care of ourselves and live our best lives. Her story illustrates the importance of self-care, determination, and resilience in the face of adversity. Rapunzel's confinement in the tower, and her determination to take care of herself, both physically and emotionally, despite her circumstances, serve as a reminder that self-care is essential for our well-being and that it is something that we must always fight to protect. Her determination to escape the tower and build a new life for herself serves as a reminder that we have the power to change our circumstances and create a life that we love. It highlights the importance of having a goal to work towards and the power of determination in achieving it. Rapunzel's dedication to helping others and spreading the message of self-care serves as a reminder that we all have the power to make a positive impact on the lives of others. It teaches us that by sharing our stories, knowledge, and resources, we can help others to improve their well-being and to create a better life for themselves. In summary, Rapunzel's journey serves as a reminder that, no matter what obstacles we may face, we always have the power to take care of ourselves, overcome adversity, and create a life that we love. It is a reminder that self-care, determination, and resilience are essential for our well-being, and that we must always strive to improve ourselves and help others to do the same.